Okay, hi everybody. So right now we have a special guest, Suha, medical student in Philippines. All right, first I want to say thank you for Suha because you already want to share your experience to other medical students because we believe that every single medical student have their own stories, experience, and ideas. So we are waiting to hear about yours. So can we start it, Suha?
Yes,
Okay. So for the first time, can you tell us about your background? What's your full name? Where do you live? And where do you study?
sure. Firstly, hi everyone, and thanks for this opportunity. I would like to thank Cerebro team. So this is Suharsa Narayana Swamy from India. So currently studying medicine in Philippines. I am currently in second year medicine.
So you live in India and study in Philippines, right?
Yes.
So
Currently
wait,
I'm staying in
pardon me, what?
India. Currently I'm staying in India because of this pandemic.
Oh yeah. So may we know that why do you want to study medicine in Philippines? Is it what you want or anything that put you in that situation like that?
Okay. So, when there was a choice, like when I wanted to choose my career after my plus two, um, it was a difficult situation for me to choose what I really wanted to pursue. Like
Uh,
I had so many options to pursue my career. Like I had law in my one of my options, but really I didn't had medicine in my option. But um, my parents really wanted me to become one of the best doctor for India. So they gave me the chance to study medicine. For some unfortunate reasons, I didn't make it in India because of the reservation. So I really wanted to choose the best career for myself and for the society. That's the reason I chose medicine in first place. When you ask me why Philippines,
yeah, why Philippines?
Philippines, Philippines is most affordable, and when we see other countries and climatical conditions, I preferred Philippines is the best option to study there and to explore their culture and their academic processing. In first place, Philippines is a most affordable country, like and living and the college fee. So that's the reason I chose Philippines as my first option.
You, how about the college fee? How much you need to pay for it?
So basically, the course is for 5.5 years. First, we need to do pre-med, and again for pre-med for 1.5 years. It depends on the pre-med course actually. If you're
Okay.
a foreigner, you can take the course like BS Biology or Psychology because I am a psychology graduate. So it's
Okay.
up to the person to choose the pre-med course because some of the native Filipinos they choose to do medicine or medtech. So it's up to the foreigner to take the pre-med course because it's 1.5 years and 4 years of medicine course where in Philippines they call Doctor of Medicine (MD). So
Mm,
for the package, it's approximately 40 lakh, which is really affordable. In
mm,
India, it's around 80 to 90 lakh.
80
So
to
I
90.
prefer Philippines in the first place.
Do you have family there?
No, I stay alone there.
Uh, yeah, it's so hard for you. Can you tell
It
us
is
about
difficult.
Can you tell us about your medical school in Philippines?
Okay.
Mm.
Now, for my pre-med course, I am a psychology graduate. I studied in AUF in Angeles City, and I transferred for medicine for Southwestern University of Inma in Cebu City, in Philippines. So for my college, if I want to say about Southwestern University, the infrastructure is really good. When it comes to academics, doctors are really helpful, and because doctors, they don't, like, it's not only about the Filipinos, like they also concentrate on international students
Oh,
equally. There is no
mhm.
bias.
That sounds good for
So
foreign
overall,
medical student.
it's a friendly environment.
Okay. So, what activity that you do as medical student in that university? Do you join organization, competition, experiment, or something like that?
Okay. Usually, personally, I am a very active student in the school, so
Ah,
I
okay.
usually like to join in each and every activities when school conducts.
Mm-hmm.
Like professionally, when I was in first year, I joined for AMSA, which is Asian Medical Student Council. I was
Mm-hmm.
member of AMSA in. I joined for AMSA in first year.
Mm.
Currently, I'm the executive secretary for AMSA Philippines,
Wow.
AMSA Senam. So it's a great opportunity to explore other medical colleges from other Asian countries. Then about activities, I usually join for um, dance in any, like usually every year
Mm-hmm.
in Philippines they conduct APMC. It's Association of Philippine Medical Students. So
Mm.
it's like they usually select the representatives from each college.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they don't what do you call, do partiality for any international students. They give equal opportunity to participate in each and every activity.
Okay, so equal activity.
Yes. And for the organization, and I'm the member of medical missions for Southwestern.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually do medical missions in the rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like we usually camp there and treat the people who are in the rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us as a medical student to explore the kind of people and to interact with the localites. It's
Mm-hmm.
usually a pleasure to conduct and participate in that kind of medical missions.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Thank you.
So, what the hardest part for you to study in Philippines as foreign medical student?
Okay, that's a toughest question actually, because when it started as a pre-med student, it was really a weird thing out of a country where I experienced. Usually, each and every person experience this kind of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
weirdness because you're in some other country and people look like look after you like a foreigner, and it was really bothering me at the first. Later
Mm.
on, I made some of the localites as friends, and usually the people from Philippines are really friendly and
Mm-hmm.
they're really socially communicably. They're really active. So in medicine, as you all know, medicine is very stressful, right?
Yes, of
So
course.
pre-med was still fine. Like it went all well. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
85% for your GPA. It's all well.
Yeah.
When I entered into medicine, the real game begins there. It was really tough for me to adjust to the medicine environment for first 3 months. Like, you know how doctors will be, sometimes they are good, sometimes they are rude to you, but still it's you who want to study and who want to fulfill your purpose, right?
Yeah.
So this first 3 months, it was really hard for me to cope up with the subjects. You know, anatomy is really tough at first year. Anatomy was really the hardest part of my life to really know about the
To
blood
remember
supply
all of that
in every
things.
position. Yes, we all encounter this problem with the things, and most of them they don't like biochemistry. What to do with that? We need to love the subject, right?
Yes.
So I somehow cope up after 3 months. My grades were good, like not really good. Like I still had that guilt, like I'm not scoring well. Um, because till December I was really upset for my grades. Then once my senior inspired me. It's really important to have a good seniors who really motivates you.
Is it your senior is Indian or Philippine?
No, she was Nigerian.
Oh, wow.
I met, she was a Nigerian. She started to inspire me. She said me, like, she had her grades in first year, like around 70% or 60%. Then she gave me some of her tips, like how she pull up her grades. Then I was really overwhelmed. Like, you know, in life, if there is some person to really motivates you, you feel really blessed, right?
That sounds interesting,
Then
Suharsa. That's why we in Cerebro we believe that every single medical student have their own stories, own experience, and ideas to share to everyone.
exactly.
Hmm.
So then I was really motivated by her words, and I just started to focus on the main and primary purpose why I'm being there, and I pulled up my grades. So this was my hardest part of the journey, I can
Mm,
say.
okay. So, how about the language? Do you
Language.
yes, I mean is it a medical student in Philippines? They say Philippine language. I don't know what about the Philippine language. They just talking with English or the local language like that.
Um, if I want to say about language, Filipinos speak fluent English.
Oh, okay.
They they are really compatible to for the communication actually. So there is
Mm,
no language barrier between our friends or between our doctors. They usually explain in English.
that sounds good because there are some foreign medical students who just staying in another country. They still want to learn about their local language, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard from many of my friends from China and Russia. They said they want to learn the local language first
Mm-hmm.
so that they can communicate with the patients or doctors easily. But in Philippines, there is like it's important to learn their language too because when you are an intern, so it's easy to communicate with the outsitting patients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning now. Like I am because in Cebu they speak Bisaya and Filipino language is Tagalog.
Um,
So it's literally it's like very hard language. It's little difficult to learn, but it's not impossible, right?
right. All
So
thing impossible.
yes. So by fourth year, I'm sure I'm gonna learn their language.
Okay. So maybe I know that you have the best moment you get for this medical school. Do you have it? Can share with us?
Okay. You know, for me, it's not like a cheesy thing. But for me, the day I entered into the med school, every single day is memorable for me. Like truth
Mm,
speaking, because every day I learned something. Personally, I feel learning something every day is the best thing which you will ever have.
Wow.
In med school, it's hard. Everything is hard, but it's not like, as I said, it's not impossible, right?
Yeah.
It's all depends on your mindset, how you gonna grasp the thing. So, but still specifically, the best moment of medicine is my first year results. I was really nervous, like, am I going to make it or no for the next year? Like, I'm going to get good scores or no? But when I got my scores, I was like, praise the Lord. I
Mm,
was really happy, and it's the best moment of all.
mm. Okay, that sounds interesting. You enjoy all of your day in medical school.
Yes.
So, do you have any tips maybe for other medical student? Uh, yeah, maybe they also foreign medical student. Maybe you can tell them about how to survive in the first uh, year as medical foreign medical student.
Um, if like if they are foreign medical student or not foreign medical student, I would
Mm-hmm.
just like to say, they just need to get adjusted to their particular environment. So I say, if they are foreign medical students, I would just let them say, "N- never forget your primary purpose. Why you are
Mm,
there? What is your
okay.
primary goal? Like, why are you there really? You left your families, you left your hometown, you left
Mm-hmm.
everything from everything, like, you left emotions behind. So just don't forget why you are there. Because I see most of my friends are
Mm-hmm.
really not into the path where they really belong. So I just say, just mind your own purpose. Like, why are you there? Just remember your parents. Nothing
Mm.
is impossible.
Yeah, sometimes they just forget about it. They just yeah.
Yes.
You're right. So Suharsa, now in pandemic situation, how about your medical school? Is it any information what time you will back to school again in Philippines?
Mm, actually, now we are attending our classes in online, which is really sad thing for a medical student. And as a responsible citizen, we need to follow the pandemic rules.
Mm-hmm.
Um, though I really miss the clinical practices, which is really needed in the second year and third year.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we will be back to our normal, and because we are hearing about the vaccines, right?
Yes.
So I think we will all be back to our normal life where we don't wear our masks, where we don't see people saying social distance. So until that, let's all maintain social distance and wear our masks because Corona is not yet over.
Mm.
So going back to Philippines, our college has not yet announced about the particular dates. Previously, they said they're gonna resume face-to-face classes in January, but it's already January, and we have been asking about the face-to-face class schedules, but they have been saying like maybe in February.
Mm.
So hopefully, if everything goes well with the vaccine, I will be returning to the Philippines in February, so we can get back to our normal lives and study happily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hope you keep healthy there. Is it Indian already get vaccinated?
Sorry,
Is it vaccine already do in Indian?
India? Yes,
Yes.
it's already started its first trial in India.
Uh, So do you already get vaccinated?
No,
No.
not yet. Because it was a first trial, we never got the memo of getting vaccinated.
Okay. So, Suharsa, so what do you think about this pandemic? Do you have any idea how we as medical students should react about it?
Oh, this thing, the pandemic
Mm-hmm.
really stresses me out every time whenever I hear this word.
Yeah.
Ask me why.
Why?
We
Why?
now it's been around 8 months or
Mm-hmm.
7 months. We are in our homes or we are in lockdown. As a medical student, I think it it really increases my stress and anxiety in one side of the site. But I am really happy because as a foreign medical student, I came back to my home and spending some quality time with my family, which I have not been spending time since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this time to spend really quality time with family and friends. Maybe that is one of the positive point to be noted during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And as a medical student, how we should react to this pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic or no pandemic, it doesn't matter. It's your thing to study, right?
Yeah.
It's us who want to study and save lives in future. We just want to keep that in mind because we can't give excuse pandemic like if we are not studying, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to emphasize on mental health because when I see my surroundings, I feel most of us really need to concentrate about mental health.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
scoring grades,
Mm.
yes, scoring grades is fine. Getting marks is good. You're a medicine student. You need like for 24 hours, studying 18 hours is still fine. What about your mental health, right?
Mm. Yeah, that's right.
Most of us won't even concentrate on regarding our mental health. We all know it's equal to our physical health and our psychological health.
Mm.
I say we should really concentrate. Like if you're feeling depressed, just call virtually your parents. Go
Mm.
hang out with your friends. No offense. If you're medical students, there is no thing called you should cut your freedom out and you should study. Go out. Enjoy. I I hate when people say there is no time to do all these things.
Mm.
It's it's wrong because you have time. It's you who really needs to know about how you manage that. How you
Mm.
manage your academics, how you manage your social life, how you manage your um, whatever the communication gaps. You really need to know and you really need to get peace when you're studying, or else you studying medicine is really worthless. I would say it's worthless if you don't have your mental health. You can't take care of your mental health
Mm. Yeah.
because most of us we will forget how to take care of it because most of us really don't want to speak about it
Yeah,
because
that's right.
I
That's right. Mm.
I personally think like most of us we got suicidal thoughts, right? Or depression.
Mm-hmm.
We really I once in a time I usually got this suicidal thoughts when I was in pre-med. Like I thought we will have a exam called NMAT, like to get into the medicine. In Philippines we have NMAT. In first attempt I couldn't make, like I'm just sharing one short experience like why mental health is really important.
Mm-hmm.
I after that I couldn't make it in first attempt. Then I was really um like okay, this is it. This is the end. I can't make it. I'm
Mm.
worthless. I don't have any rights to live anymore. Okay, then it just dragged, like I dragged for weeks, like okay. Then um there is my friend who really cares me, my roommate. She started to say the things like, it's okay, it's just an exam. You have numerous of attempts within 5 years. You can. It was just like I didn't even thought of, like, I have so many chances. Why I'm depressed now? Then she motivated me to get through that depressed thought. From that day till today, I never got such kind of thoughts because I always self-motivated myself to get through the hurdles. So I think we all should know the little things or not end. We have so many opportunities that we should really wait for it.
Yeah. I very agree with you. There's so much experiment now that focus on mental health, especially in this situation that mental health is so down. everybody, everybody, mental health is go down
Important.
during in this pandemic. Yeah, that sounds good. That hear from you, Suharsa, about that to remember us again how important our mental health.
Yeah.
So, okay, for the last question, for the last part, maybe, what do you want to say to other medical student in one sentence? What do,
Um,
what do you want to say?
I just want to say, for other medical students who might be younger than me or older than me, just never give up. I would say never give up, because I always implement this in my life as try and fail, but never fail to try, right? We should
Yeah,
try and fail, but we should at least try the things. I always say myself, because when I said never give up, it means like, imagine yourself in white coat and stethoscope around your neck. How beautiful it is, right?
yeah,
How beautiful you look. And when the patient's parents are blessing you, like, thank you, doctor, you saved my child. That's a, like, when you hear those humble words, you're just overblessed and overwhelmed.
seeing their smile.
I think,
Yeah,
yeah, like you imagine that
mm,
when you get the thought of giving up or quitting the things, just imagine like how beautiful that picture is. Getting blessings from the patient's parents or the patient, like, thank you, doctor, thank you for saving our life. It's like you're like you're no more less than a god. You're a god for them, right?
yeah,
They would thank you first. See? So, never give up. Let's cheer up all the medicine students over the world and never give up.
wow, that sounds so very good. Never give up and let's cheer up every single
Yeah.
medical student in the world. Okay, anything else, Suharsa?
I guess we share lots of experience in this session. I'm really glad that I opened up my heart and mind with Cerebro,
Yeah,
because I didn't I got so many chances to explain my experiences, but this is a great opportunity because there are so many other doctors or medical students who are around across the world. So I think it would be helpful for any one person, like, you know oh, that sister said a great words, like, I would be
mm,
happy for that.
mm,
So I think it would be inspiring for me also to get motivated in further days, as you, me, are all future healthcare professions. We always stand as one, and
mm,
our main goal is to just serve the people, right?
yeah.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Suharsa, for all of your sharing. Once again, we really, really appreciate it. And we hope you get success for your study in medical school.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
And we hope for other medical students will get a lot of information after this sharing moment. So for other medical students who want to sharing, we are waiting for you. Thank you and bye bye.
Bye bye. Nice to meet you.